Here we go, another Blu-ray and DVD update. The first Blu-ray and DVD update of 2025 for February/March. Now, the update is quite small. That's the reason why I haven't filmed an update so far this year, because I only had a few things to show. So, let's get on with this update. So, first of which is Transformers 1. Overall, I actually thought this was quite a decent animated movie. It's a blast from beginning to end, and actually another good Transformers movie. I'd sort of say I'm not so sure if it's actually a Transformers film, because it's just more of an animated film they did. But yeah, overall I quite enjoyed it. The animation was stunning. Some good actors in this film. Chris Hemsworth was in this. Scarlett Johansson voicing the Transformers characters. And yeah, this is a pretty decent film. So we'd highly recommend Transformers 1. Next up is Last Night in Soho. Directed by Edgar Wright, from the director of Baby Driver. That was the reason why I picked this movie up, because when I was in HMV, I saw this movie and I thought it looks good, so I thought I'd watch it. And to be fair, it's quite an interesting movie. So yeah, this is in acclaimed director Edgar Wright's psychological thriller. Eloise, as an aspiring fashion designer, is mysteriously able to enter the 1960s, where she encounters a dazzling wannabe singer, Sandy, who plays Anya Taylor-Joy, which you may know her from the Super Mario movie. But the glamour is not all it appears to be, and the dreams of the past start to crack and splinter into something far darker. And here's some list of bonus features. So yeah, I thought quite an interesting thriller movie, although quite scary, but I thought it was quite good for what it was. So yeah, I would highly recommend Last Night in Soho. Next up is the Mummy Trilogy, the 3-movie collection. Now, I did have 2 of the films on DVD, but for some reason I got rid of them because I felt like not really interested. But yeah, so because I had the Mummy remake, I thought I'd relive these 3 films again. And to be fair, I quite enjoyed it. I'd say my favourite is probably The Mummy Returns. I don't know really, just because of the acting in that was quite interesting, the iconic as well. So here are the 3 films. So here's The Mummy Returns, and Tomb of the Dragon Empire. So yeah, quite interesting movies to get, especially on Blu-ray. So if you're looking for films like this, definitely check out the Mummy Trilogy. Quite like The Mummy. The Mummy Returns was alright, was very good, and then the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor was okay. But yeah, 3 films I definitely recommend you watch. So that is the Mummy collection. Next up is Beetlejuice, Michael Keaton in Beetlejuice, which I've upgraded, as you can see, from DVD to Blu-ray. Because I picked up Beetlejuice for Christmas, as you've seen in my Christmas haul video. I thought I might as well get this film as well on Blu-ray to go with that one. But I've already done a movie review on it, so you can check that out. So yeah, overall, Beetlejuice, quite a classic movie. It looks a bit like Joker, to be honest, but yeah. I would highly recommend the Beetlejuice film. And then we have Beetlejuice with the actress Jenna Ortega being in this film. So yeah, and I thought it was actually okay for what it was. Not as good as the first Beetlejuice movie, but it was quite interesting. So, yeah, you've waited an eternity for this. Definitely worth the nearly 40-year wait. So, yeah. So hoping we get a third movie, Beetlejuice. So, yeah, I'm saying quite an enjoyable movie. So that is Beetlejuice. And last up for the Blu-rays, another Blu-ray I had for Christmas, but never watched it at that time. However, I did watch it weeks ago. And that is Alien Romulus from the producer Ridley Scott. So, yeah, the Alien movie fans have been yearning for a horror master Fade Alvarez takes the phenomenally successful Alien franchise back to its iconic roots. In this truly terrifying sci-fi horror thriller, a group of young colonists scavenging the deep ends of a derelict space station come face to face with the most relentless and deadly life form in the universe. And I'll say it was an okay film, not as good as the other Alien films, but it was still pretty good. Although my favourite will always be Alien Resurrection. So yeah, it was an okay film for what it was. So yeah, that is Alien Romulus. Let's move on to DVDs. So moving on to the DVDs. First up is Michael Jackson Moonwalker. So this is a I don't want to say it's much of a movie. It's more of a documentary. Basically just combining all the Michael Jackson songs on here, including the iconic Man in the Mirror, Leave Me Alone, Smooth Criminal, very iconic indeed, as you can see from the front cover. Yeah, now Michael Jackson has been one of my favourite artists. I brought one of his vinyls, and of course this iconic Thriller Funko Pop here, which was also on here too. Yeah, so a lot of good songs, although I'd say my favourite Michael Jackson song is I don't know, there's quite a lot. It's definitely from the Bad album, so that would be either Bad or Dirty Diana. Both classic songs. So yeah, and yeah, it's just good to see all the music videos of Michael Jackson before he hit puberty and all that. So yeah, if you're a Michael Jackson fan, I'd definitely recommend this movie for you. It's such a good watch. So yeah, that is Michael Jackson Moonwalker. Next up is Wonka, starring Timothée Chalamet. Now this is a sort of a backstory from Willy Wonka / Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Now, I wasn't too actually as interested in this movie until I realised that Rowan Atkinson from Mr. Bean starred in this. So, yeah, and Matt Lucas as well. So, I thought it was okay. It's not as good as the original Willy Wonka and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory films, but yeah, I thought it was worth a watch for what it was. Obviously, Wonka telling the story of how a young dreamer named Willy Wonka became the world's greatest inventor and how he invented chocolate and his own factory. So, yeah, I mean, okay for one watch. So, yeah, that is all I have to say about Wonka. Next up is a couple of comedy films. So we have Dr. Dolittle 1 and 2 in this double pack. So, yeah, watch both of them all in one night, and they were quite funny, to be honest. I don't know what to say about both of them. Do I like both the movies? I'd probably say I do. I can't even decide which one's my favourite, I'll be honest. if I had to choose, it might be the second one, but I do like the first one as well. They're both really good films, and yeah, I've been wanting to watch these movies for quite a while, and I'm glad that I did. It's just basically talking animals. Eddie Murphy's character thinks he can talk to animals, so yeah. Overall, quite good comedy movies. So if you're looking for Eddie Murphy films and you don't have this yet, then this is one I definitely recommend you get and watch. So that is Doctor Dolittle 1 and 2 in a one pack. Talking of double packs, we have Cheaper by the Dozen starring Steve Martin. So this is, of course, again, Cheaper by the Dozen and Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Now, I've watched a couple of clips of the first one and I thought it was quite funny. Yeah, I've only picked this up for £1.15 CEX, so that's not bad at all. So, here's the first movie and the second movie. I haven't watched the second movie yet, but I have watched the first one, truthfully, and I thought it was quite funny, so I hope the second one is just as good. So, that's the Cheaper by the Dozen movies. Next up is an Arnold Schwarzenegger film. This is True Lies, which I've been wanting to watch for quite a while. Haven't watched this yet, but I am looking forward to doing so. And it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, so yeah, this should be a good watch. So, anyways, that's True Lies. Dangerous Minds, starring Michelle Pfeiffer. I think I've watched this movie, but I don't even remember much about it, but yeah. The only reason I did grab this is because of the Gangsta's Paradise song, which I like. So yeah, I mean, the actual film itself was quite enjoyable from what I remember. So anyways, that's Dangerous Minds. Hannibal Rising, a horror movie. This is basically just sort of a spin-off movie to Hannibal, I think, but yeah, I thought it was an okay movie. Yeah, I don't know if I prefer this over Hannibal itself, but I thought it was quite interesting, although my favourite Hannibal Lecter movie will always be Red Dragon. But anyways, that's all I have to say about Hannibal Rising. Scooby-Doo and Guess Who Season 2. I had the first series a couple of years ago, and noticed they had a second season of this show. Overall, there's some good episodes, some pretty decent ones. It's a 4-disc set, they're all rated PG. So, yeah. Some very good episodes on here, especially, trying to think what that episode is. Scooby on Ice was a good episode. Fashion Nightmare was also good, and yeah, some good episodes on here. Not as good as Season 1, but it was quite interesting. So that is Scooby-Doo and Guess Who Season 2. Next up is the 7th and final season of Young Sheldon, which I've already done a review of, so you can check that out. But great finale to the show, some pretty good episodes on here, so that is the 7th and final season of Young Sheldon. A Stephen Graham drama, this is Little Boy Blue, based on the victim Rhys Jones, who got murdered in 2007 through the city of Liverpool. Overall, I thought this was quite an interesting drama. Very interesting TV series, 4-part drama. So, yeah, I thought it was quite alright. So that is Little Boy Blue. And finally, for the DVDs, we have the Mrs. Brown's Boys, the 12 Years of Christmas collection, which includes all seasonal specials from the past 12 years. Now, I did not have any of the specials of Mrs. Brown's Boys. I did have, like, that specials in a little pack, but I've sort of got rid of that, and just decided to just get this big box to go with my Mrs. Brown's Boys seasons, because that's all I had. So yeah, picked this up. So I saw this in Asda for £28, but when I looked on eBay it was like 18, 19 quid, so that isn't too bad at all for a lot of discs like this. So yeah, here you are. There's all the discs of all the Mrs. Brown's Boys specials. So yeah, a great box set to have in the collection, especially if you are a Mrs. Brown's Boys fan. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my Blu-ray and DVD update for February and March 2025. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if you've seen any good titles that I've picked up in the last few weeks and in the last couple of months. But I will see you next time for another video. Bye for now.